back to the Culturally Distinct Podcast. Welcome back. We made it to another year, guys. I'm glad you guys. I got a handshake for you guys. Y'all see me, y'all hear me. Y'all made it over. The ones who didn't make it over, I'm sorry that y'all didn't, but you know, my prayers are going out to you guys. But anyway, that's the first joke of the year. I know it was a whack one, but don't worry about that, guys. So, first of all, I'd like to thank you guys who came on the journey with us in 2022, leading up to 2023. Any disclaimers that happened today, is all alleged. I'm just putting that out there right now. It's all alleged. This is not factual, all right? So anyway, we have a special show for you guys today. We're going to do the 22 wrap-up, recap of last year of celebrity, political, sports, and the RIPs of our culture. But I couldn't do it by myself. You know, I had to get some of the Houston's finest talent that, you know, they specialize in this thing. So I haven't seen them in a long time. Actually, my last time seeing them was, I think, January of last year. I think, am I right?
No.
I know. Just for the camera, guys. Just for the camera. But anyway, I have with me to my left, I have Good Journey of Hague Friends Podcast. Well, I got you, baby. All right. Then I got my girl to my right. She's looking at Hoon. I got Elle Moore over here in their closet podcast. So you know, I'm glad you guys tuned in. I'm glad you guys showed up to the show. First of all, before we get started, how are you guys doing?
I'm feeling excited about the new year.
Okay.
I'm feeling good. 2022 was a lot, but I got some rest, and I'm ready for 2023. I'm feeling good.
That's beautiful. What about you, Elle?
I am doing well. I'm so excited for what the new year has to offer.
That's wonderful. That's beautiful. So let's talk about it. You know, everybody has, you know, resolutions. Everybody does vision boards. Everybody does that affirmation type deal, you know, coming into the new year. So what are you guys' resolutions going into 2023?
You want to go first, though?
You can go first.
Okay. So I feel like this year I want to be intentional about my relationships. Like the people that are in my life, I just want to strengthen those bonds and even just make some space for new people in my life. I feel like I've climbed the mountain of being professional girly. I've climbed the mountain of trying new things, but I just want to strengthen the bonds of relationship because it just makes your life so much more colorful, so much more beautiful.
Right.
So for me, it's like less text, more phone calls, more FaceTimes, more visits, you know, being intentional about hanging out, going out, spending time, and those kinds of things. So that's really what's on my vision board. And then I'm trying to get engaged. Because as you can see,
engaged as in what you mean engaged? Like
my
engaged in the conversation?
Bare.
What you mean
My
engaged?
left hand is very bare and very light. I'm trying to heavy this down. So listen, I usually wouldn't say that, but again, I'm being intentional about my relationships, and if that's something that I want, you got to say it with your mouth. So I'm saying it with my mouth. This ring by the end of the year, this finger, say have some on it.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, what about yourself?
Everything that she just said, I love that. I want to be intentional with my relationships as well. I've transferred into a different field, and with following up on those relationships, it's important for me to make sure that I'm connecting and make sure that, you know, I'm touching base, going to lunch, having FaceTime, phone time, text time, but really just spending time with the people that are so important to me. I think that's a great affirmation to go towards. I found out today that I shouldn't make resolutions because resolutions are kind of like short-term goals, but I've done that my whole life and I've been pretty successful. Yep. I mean, when I was young, it was make it out of high school, and then after that, it was make it out of college. So those resolutions worked. But I don't know, like I want to be in a beautiful, loving relationship. We may not go public on the gram, but
right.
But you know, I'm looking forward to great things in relationships.
That's wonderful.
Year.
So I wouldn't say resolutions is more of goals.
Yes, for sure.
Totally.
Yeah.
Goals. So my goal for 2023. Actually, I set my goals back in July. Versus, you know, I don't do the New Year thing because it's just a day for me. You know what I'm saying? But
hold on, I'm gonna have to fight you on this. We're gonna get back to it, but it's not just a day. It's the start of something new.
Yeah.
Like it's a new. We talk about
Really?
We're gonna do better tomorrow, right? Because it's the start of a new day. Maybe we'll start on Monday because it's the start of the new
Right.
week. When it's the start of the new year, like a whole revolution around the sun, it's significant. It's not
Yeah.
just a day.
You think so?
It holds significance.
I think. All right. So, my opinion on that.
Okay.
When I say, of course, it's the new year, calendar wise. But for as when you talk about affirmations, when you talk about goals, when you talk about plans, I already have that set. You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm gonna say, well, I'm gonna change my life today, and that's a whole. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's like when I say it's just another day. For me, it's another day. Not.
What's the significance of July?
Right.
No, I just made that decision this July.
Okay.
It's like when people want to work out, they say I'm gonna start working out New Year's Day
Yeah.
versus saying I'm just get up and do it now. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you want to get this money, you gotta go get it when.
Now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till next year.
Right.
It's not about that. It's putting yourself in position. Maybe you want to
Yeah.
get the money, but you can't get the money. You got some things you got to do.
That's
so
true.
you're laying the groundwork.
That is true.
I don't know.
But you
I'll
know
fight
what?
somebody on saying that New Year's is just because then you're going to talk about Valentine's Day is just today and my birthday is just today.
Ooh,
And no,
I
it's
like
not.
that.
It's significant.
Is it
Okay?
just
Yeah,
a
and
day?
also your birthday is a new year.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely love like Happy New Year on your birthday because
Yes.
then that's the start of something new. But the new year is and you know what? I was with some people this weekend and they were saying how the new year is their favorite holiday because people just are walking around like Happy New Year, Happy Year, just
Yes.
giving you good wishes and cheer. It is a time when people feel refreshed and strangers are just walking up and speaking to you and speaking kindness and blessing you.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I get
That's
that.
powerful.
That's wonderful. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all, and this is God honest truth. When one of my good friends, well, actually no, it's a couple of them that came on the show, right? And how you know why we speak about affirmations and how we
Yes.
speak about speaking things into existence. And this is God honest truth, and we're gonna go back. I'm gonna make a clip of it, but they wasn't married. So I said by the year of 2023 or the end of 22, you will be married, and all of them married right now.
Can you say that to me?
Wow.
Go ahead and say that.
So look, I'm gonna say this on camera. So me and Kim, look, me and Good Journey, we over here, look. By the end of 2023,
Yep.
you're gonna be engaged, preparing to get married in Anguilla. There it is.
wait, hold on.
And
Do
then-
me. Do me.
Oh, yeah.
Do me.
So-
And then I received that.
I have nothing on my hands.
So look, L also.
Yes.
Well, look, you're not gonna get married in Anguilla. You're gonna get married in the Bahamas,
What?
right? Remarried.
Okay.
Shout out to being remarried.
I don't know why everyone wants to be married the same person. Okay, I received that.
See,
I
I'm
received
telling you
it.
it's gonna happen. But guys, look, I know we could talk about this all day, but I want to get into the wrap up of 22. So
Yay.
Let's do it.
let's start off with some world news, right?
Okay,
Some
okay.
world news. So the first thing that pops in my head that happened that was a big time in the world was monkeypox.
Child.
So we left out of the COVID and went into the monkeypox session. What you guys think about that?
Yeah, monkeypox was scary to me, and I was seeing someone, and I completely stopped. And that was maybe around June, July. It was the summertime. I stopped because
Yeah, monkeypox?
no,
Oh.
but I just felt
Oh.
like, you know, this is gonna sound horrible, but I just felt like there is a down low community, and I was seeing someone, I didn't really
Ooh.
know him, and I just didn't want to put myself in a position where if I got monkeypox, what is you doing? I definitely identified monkeypox as a particular
Yeah.
transferability
Right.
based on, you know.
His
So I
sexuality
just
or
took a
whatever.
minute and paused because monkeypox scared the mess out of
No,
me.
monkeypox was very scary, especially coming out of COVID because it was just like, I'm not trying to get locked down again. And the way this monkeypox was moving, like people's faces were changing.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
I need this. This I need. And
Yes.
the thing is, I went to a conference in August, and one of my friends, he works for the Center of Disease Control for the CDC.
CDC.
And I was like, yo, what's this monkeypox? Every time something goes off, I always reach out to him. It's like, well, yo, what's going on with this monkeypox? And he's like, unless you're engaged in homosexual activity, you don't have to worry about it. So I was like, phew. But then to your point,
Yeah.
it's a lot of download dudes. I don't know, like, do you, but keep me out of it.
So also you had the queen who she died. So
Oh.
the Queen Elizabeth, she died. But
Oh my
the reason why I mentioned that, they said that when she died, she had like slaves, like real live slaves up until this point.
Stop.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Who
why
said
there was
that?
a big controversy. Like, why everybody care about the queen? She was a slave driver.
Well, that's not, yeah, but I didn't know that she had like
Yeah.
active slaves like in the palace.
Like active, like peasants in the below of the palace.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
See?
Since and she's been she died. She was what, 99 or something
She was
like
real
that.
old.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I understand the significance of the queen dying. Like,
Yeah.
it's a big deal. But this is a colonizer. Like, why are we surprised that she has
Mm.
ain't nobody
100%.
surprised?
When Megan left and her husband like removed himself,
Separated
Right.
himself, yeah.
so I respected that, and so I'm not surprised. And the fact that his black wife was uncomfortable for unparticular reasons that
Right.
they didn't go into detail, I
Totally.
received that.
100%.
I receive it.
100%.
And speaking of Megan, what about Tyler Perry being a grandfather, Godfather?
Godfather.
I love that.
I do
Yeah, that's the
too.
first time ever royalty, quote unquote royalty, picked somebody from the outside, somebody that's of ethnic African descent to be a
See,
Godfather.
I love that because he was there when the family, the institution, those people that were supposed to be the godparents
Right.
were nowhere to be found. They had
Right.
pulled their security. It was like the height of the Meghan and Harry situation, and they were vulnerable and afraid. And Tyler Perry came in and was like, I've got a spot for you. Like, that is Godfather behavior if I've ever seen it. So hats off to them. Shout out to Tyler Perry. He was there when they needed
Absolutely.
him. So yeah,
And you know what? I watched their documentary
I did.
on Netflix, and I saw the way the press eats them up
Ooh.
in that country and how the prophet. And I respect him so much for being able to walk away just to keep his family safe based
Yeah.
on what he experienced with his mother.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, that's true. So let's fast forward from world news to political news.
Okay.
Of course, and it doesn't seem like it's that far. It seemed like it was like 2 years ago, but the Capitol insurrection
Ooh.
Was that in 2022?
that happened. Actually, it happened today, last year.
January
yeah, the
6th.
6th.
January
The 6th.
Wow.
I was going
Yeah.
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
wild. And it's wild to think that Donald Trump is running again for president. And it's like,
Right.
is that
What in the
legal?
world?
Like, can you do that?
Yeah, you could.
What in the world?
Because he
Why has he not been
incited-
arrested?
That's what I'm talking about. He incited a whole insurrection at the Capitol. And he's like, let me run for president. Like, that don't make no sense.
Yeah. So what you guys think about abortions being illegal now?
Disgusting.
That part.
It's so I'm so sad that this is 2023.
Yes.
And that this is something that we have to consider. We have to consider, like, not just the fact that an accident could happen, but what if this is a pregnancy that we've prayed for and then something unfortunate occurs?
Right.
You putting your life at risk because the law is very strict about under no circumstances can there be anything done.
Right.
That's so disappointing. That's something that my mother would experience 40 years ago. Not today.
Not today. And it's wild because it's scary. Because
Scary.
ultimately, these women that feel like they have their back against the wall and they have no options, they're going to go with whatever is going to, life continuity. So then we talk about hangers going up,
Yes.
throwing yourself down the stairs. Like, they're going to figure out a way that's far less safe.
Yes.
It just, the policing of women's bodies has to stop. Like,
Right.
what are we doing? What's
It's
the
giving
reason?
Handmaid's Tale.
That part. Like,
The movie
why?
Handmaid's Tale. Right.
It's giving Handmaid's Tale.
There's just, yeah.
Okay, so now I want to move right on because I'm trying to get to the pop culture side of it because there's so much happening in pop culture.
So much.
But let me knock the sports out. So basically, you had Britney Griner.
Yeah.
Even though that's world news, kind of sort of. That's Britney
Yeah,
Griner. She
yeah.
got released from prison in exchange for a world criminal.
Yeah,
to
Russia.
Russia.
was playing chess, not checkers. They knew what they were doing.
Absolutely.
And the fact that Britney went to Russia with even the littlest bit of a weed pen or whatever,
Right.
a lot of people are like, it's just weed. But their laws are not our laws. So
Right,
when you go to
absolutely.
places like that, when you go to a Dubai, because that's cute, when you go to the UAE, when you go to those places, their laws are so strict. And
Yes.
the punishments are so much
Yes.
that you're putting yourself at such risk by just like, they're not going to find out. They're not going to know.
Right.
Sis, you're a whole Britney Griner. You're like 6'7". You're huge. Like, they're going to find
Yes.
out. I don't know.
It was disappointing to me that the United States exchanged a basketball player for that man.
That man.
For that man. I'm not upset about Brittany Griner coming home. I'm upset that, like you said, chess. I mean, like, that was a huge player, and us giving him back and not, I feel like, couldn't we just wait a little bit? There's an Army vet who's been incarcerated for many, many years that's been there for a while. And they were trying to do, from what I recall, a 2-for-1, and Russia wasn't having it. So we I just felt like I was really upset because I felt like the transfer of power wasn't fair.
It wasn't. It wasn't like for like.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
It was not.
So that was,
Like
of
for
course,
like.
the biggest. Well, one of the biggest things in sports. Of course, you know, you had the Kyrie Irving deal with the comments that he didn't make, but they made him say certain things that he didn't say. You had the Kyrie Irving deal. You have the Chris Paul situation with Kim K. And we're gonna get to Kim K and Kanye.
Chris Paul and Kim
Yes.
K.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Kanye threw like a Hail Mary and was like, "Oh, and Chris Paul banged my wife." It's like,
Right.
wait, what?
Yeah, that happened. Like it was just
Yes.
out the blue.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
Wow.
Then you had, you know, of course, the Draymond Green and Jordan Poole deal. He beat up his teammate in regards of something, I don't know, but
Yeah.
that's just the sports in a whole for its title. So let's get to the nitty gritty. What we came here for. We came for this pop culture talk, right? So it's multiple topics we could talk about. What are some things that pops out in your mind that the first thing you think about? What was like the highlight of 2022? For pop
Highlight in
culture?
a good way or highlight in a bad
We're gonna start.
way?
We're gonna start off in a good way first, then we'll get into the bad.
Okay. For me, it was The Best Man. I could
Okay.
not wait
So good.
to get home. It came right after the Christmas time, so I couldn't wait to just. This is a time when work is slow, everything is slow, so it gave me an opportunity to get in my house, hunker down, and just watch it. And every episode was amazing. It was top quality. It gave me HBO Sex and the City vibes.
Okay.
The quality, just everything, the writing, the attire,
All black cast.
all black cast, the
Yeah.
storyline, it made
Yes.
sense,
Right.
and it was current. Like
Yes.
everything was so amazing. So that was a
The highlight.
favorite. Yes,
Okay.
that was
Yes.
definitely a high. And so many people, when I would like bump into people, they'd say, "Have you seen this yet?" Yes, everyone loved it. So that was my definitely high.
That's a good one. I would say for me, Beyonce, Renaissance album.
Oh,
I feel
okay.
like she did what she needed to do on that album. And it was the soundtrack for my summer. It was the soundtrack for our trip in Anguilla
Right.
until God did dropped. But it was
God did.
God did. But it was the soundtrack of the summer and it was so dope. I love the excellence that is Beyonce. And I'm not part of the Beehive like that, but I just love somebody that is a vocalist,
Yes.
that writes her own music, produces like amazing work of art.
So
Yeah.
what you guys think about, of course, the slap,
Oh.
the Chris Rock.
That was just two men
Will
just doing what they
slap.
needed to do, child.
Keep your
Yes.
keep my wife's name. Oh my God. First of all, I thought it was kind of sexy for like
For a
one
moment.
second.
You
Yes.
toxic.
Right.
For 1 second. In real life, I would never want my ex or my man to behave in that manner. I would be a little embarrassed. But I feel my heart went out for Will because I feel like he got a lot last year. And that was just kind of like the rising of everything that he's taken. He just was like, that's it. I'm walking on this stage right now live.
We're not doing it.
And that was so disappointing, but it also made me think he is still a human being and you can only take so much,
Right.
you know? I know that I'm a slow burner. Like you can do stuff tick and I will like, "Oh, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please." And I feel like that's what happened to Will Smith, unfortunately.
Yeah, I feel like it was a bit layered and really nuanced. Because, yes, to that point, people have been poking at Will for a long time. But I feel like with Chris Rock, I felt a way because he wasn't making fun of the white women. He was talking about them, but he wasn't, like, going after their looks. He
Right.
wasn't saying anything. Jada was there to support her husband. She didn't
Right.
have a movie out.
Right.
She wasn't promoting anything. She was just in the audience, minding her business, eating her chicken and drinking her wine.
Right. Well, she got to be chicken. See what I'm saying?
Listen, because I'm hungry and I'm trying to go to Wingstop after this, child. That's why. But I feel like the only thing that I would have said that Will could have done was maybe heckle him from where he was at. Like, don't go and physically assault him.
Right, right,
but
right.
then at the after parties, you're going to catch these hands. Like, we gonna
Right,
fight. We gonna fight.
absolutely.
When the cameras are down,
Right.
I'm going to see about you.
There's a time and a place.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. that
So
part.
speaking of that, let's talk about the major breakups. So we had 2 major breakups,
Who?
right?
Major.
Yeah, major.
Okay.
This is major.
Okay.
One, Tory and Megan.
Child.
that-
Were they ever together?
No.
And then the second one was Pete Davidson and Kim K.
Mm.
That was major.
No.
I think
I think Nia was major.
that was major.
But that was really.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
an actual relationship. These two people you just mentioned were
Dating.
trending.
Yeah.
Correct.
No.
Because first of all, Kim Kardashian did not love Pete Davidson. Let's be very clear.
Yeah, she
used
was
him for a
DTF.
comment.
She did.
No, she used him for a come up because he was really famous at the time.
Okay.
There was a lot of chatter about a Pete Davidson, so she wanted to, what Kim Kardashian does. She leapfrogs to who's famous and what's going to make her relevant, and that made her relevant.
Yeah. Whenever she changed her hair to blonde, we knew that this was some kind of publicity stunt. You're with Pete now, so you're a blonde girl. You're reaching for that. That's your audience now. Okay, girl.
Yeah, because Courtney was getting too much shine with Travis. She said, "Oh, I gotta do something."
Right.
So that's
I need a white boy too now.
Correct.
Oh my goodness.
When have we
So is
ever
that-
seen Kim with a white
Talk
boy?
about
So is that a new thing now? Black chicks going with white
No,
dudes?
That's not a
that
new
will
thing.
never be a thing.
Openly? Look.
Absolutely not.
So speaking of relationships, what about you? What you guys think about Rihanna and ASAP
Beautiful.
having a baby?
Beautiful.
Well, they haven't had it yet, have they?
Yeah, they have the
Oh,
baby.
they did. I'm
They
sorry.
just
Around and
released
everything.
pictures.
So what you guys think about that?
Actually, I was really proud of them for releasing the pictures with Black media
Yes.
because other media had taken the pictures of the baby and were going to be posting it.
Good.
And I love Rihanna for that. I love Rihanna for the fact that she could be with anybody. She's with ASAP. Now, the fact
Right.
that she could be with anybody and she's with ASAP is a different
No,
story.
hold on. I'm gonna have to stop you right there because if you remove all the pomp and circumstance from
The
an A$AP
braids, the
Rocky-
twist.
correct. His face, his facial features, his bone structure.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful man.
Yeah.
And I think that she
Okay.
sees that he's a beautiful man under all the craziness that is like the front person that he is in the media. But I will say I do appreciate that Rihanna's for the culture because
Yes.
that story of her releasing it to Black media because it was gonna drop anyway. I like that.
That was beautiful. I
I
love
love
it.
that.
Yeah.
So now, everybody hates talking about it, but I love talking about him.
What?
Kanye West.
Oh, I do too. He a
Kanye
mess.
West,
He a
Kanye
whole
West.
mess.
I'm gonna tell you some things that sticks out of my mind for 2022. First of all, he is running for president. That's one.
No.
Then he has all the antics with his wife.
No.
Then then he has the Balenciaga and Adidas deal. First he gets it, then they take it away from him for the comments that he made. Then him and Candace Owens wear the White Lives Matter outfit.
Best friends.
Oh my
That's a mess.
God.
So what you guys think about Kanye West and his whole 22? Because think about it. If you really think about it, 2022 really was about Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. That's all everybody talked about
and
the whole
the
year.
people that came and interacted with them.
In
Right.
their orbit.
So whoever is their publicist or their people that's in their like camp, they are real good.
Working
There is no
overtime.
publicist. They don't care. They want to share everything. A publicist would have quit by now. How do you wrap up? You don't go around talking about or putting down a religious group of people or a culture of people. I don't know how they're identifying themselves and the comments. I don't know if it's religious based or if it's culture based, and we're still learning about that. But you don't put down anybody.
No.
And that was disappointing, and no
But
publicist
did he really
is going-
put down
Yes.
people?
Yeah, he
did?
definitely did. And he idolized. He specifically said that he does not, he looks up to Adolf Hitler for different reasons.
Wait.
When he shared that
Kyrie
movie,
Irving, yeah.
yes, when Kyrie Irving shared that movie, I felt like it was just to give us more information,
Yeah.
not leaning left or right.
Correct.
But we're people of a certain particular status. We want to educate ourselves, constantly learning things. I didn't feel any harm with that. But
Right.
Kanye. No, Kanye's gone really far. And I have a love-hate relationship
love
with Kanye.
Kanye.
He came to my church. He came to Lakewood.
Oh, yeah?
I really was
Both y'all go to
rooting
Lake-
for him.
both y'all go to
But
Lakewood.
it's hard to
Shout out to Lakewood.
it's hard to keep up with Kanye.
It is. I feel like his heart, I think, because I also go to Lakewood and I was also there when
Shout
he
out
was
Lakewood.
there.
Shout out to Lakewood.
Shout out.
Joe Osteen, you need to come on the
and
show. We need to
friends.
talk about
Come on,
this.
Joe.
We need to talk about this culture talk.
Right, and Victoria too, child. But here's the thing. I feel like his heart is good. He has a good heart in his soul. But I also know that mental illness is real.
Yes.
And he has a diagnosed mental illness. And when he's
Yes.
off of his meds, he tends to do a lot and say a lot.
Right.
So I don't know that it comes from a place of hate, truly, but you're still accountable for your words. And you have to be very careful of what you say.
Right.
Because now I'm sitting here in these Yeezys that I can't really wear outside
You
that
can
much.
wear them. You can
You
wear
can't.
them.
Listen, here's my thing.
You
I'm not gonna
can't.
buy new Yeezys, but the Yeezys that I own, I'm
You're
gonna wear
gonna keep
them.
them, right?
Absolutely.
I paid for them with my own money.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna wear them. But I feel like he just needs help. This is a man that is desperately crying out for help, but has too much of an ego to say so.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah,
we
and
can
he has
talk,
money.
and we can talk and have think pieces of Kanye all day long.
Right.
But this man needs help because one thing's gonna lead to another, and heaven forbid, he ends up dying by suicide or whatever the case is, and we're gonna be here like, oh, he was a genius, and give him all his flowers. But right now he needs help today.
So speaking of mental health, some people will say this is mental health, but you have R. Kelly and Michael Tyler, also known as Mystical. They both went to jail on accounts of rape, aggravated rape, and Mystical. I think this is his 15th time allegedly. This is his 15th time for raping somebody allegedly. This is not my words. This, And R. Kelly also came out with a song, "I Admit It."
He came out with the part 1, 2, and 3 of "I Admit It."
I admit it. So he's saying
he said that he didn't actually put that out, that the record label did.
Ooh, okay. So they try to make him go deeper and deeper into the jailhouse. That's cold-blooded. What you guys think about that? I'm saying,
I don't believe that R. Kelly put that out, but I definitely believe R. Kelly did it.
Oh, whatever they say he did that shit.
Definitely. I'm old. I remember watching the tape.
The Piss on You tape?
Yes, I saw it with my own eyes. We had dorm parties and we had popcorn, we had sake.
What's the favorite part about the videos?
It wasn't a favorite part. There was no favorite part. It's just that I've never doubted the rumors because I remember when it happened.
Yeah.
R. Kelly doesn't have to write a song that says I did it. He's been proven in a federal court that he's guilty.
True, that's true.
So he definitely did it, but he did say he didn't put that music out. And when Tupac died, we had a whole 2-part album. So I believe he didn't put that album out.
That is true. That is true. What you guys think about the Lloyd Harvey and Michael B. Jordan? The perfect situation, perfect relationship.
Speaking of publicists.
What you guys think
that's
about
what that was.
I don't know. You think it was a publicist? And a lot of people did say that. But yes, you're right. They were beautiful together. And the fact that they didn't work out doesn't make any sense. Because it's like, why didn't you work out? It's because the contract ran up? Like, what happened here?
They said that he had proposed to Lori and that she wasn't ready because she's 24, which makes sense. But not. Why would you just end your relationship because it's either proposal?
He's in his 30s.
Yeah, he's like 32.
Oh, that ain't bad. Okay.
But that is that a reason to just cancel your relationship? First of all, a year might be too soon for a 24-year-old to be proposing.
Right.
So
what you guys think about the Irv Gotti Ashanti thing? He can't give that up.
Ooh, Irv Gotti is trash garbage. That man is disgusting. Because why are you still talking about?
He love her.
Yes.
He still love her.
He's married.
Is he?
And was
disgusting.
married. And he was like, oh, when the feds came up, Ashanti left.
I would have too.
Right. I'm a side piece. What am I sticking around for? Ask your wife. Like, what are we talking about?
Because he paid for it. He paid for it.
That was disappointing to find out that Ashanti was involved in that type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
You want the best for her, but I'm looking at Ashanti as bad as she is in 2022, thinking why she doesn't have a man. And I understand her karma is bad. And Irv Gotti just told us all the details as to why she ain't got a man.
Well,
you was sleeping with somebody else's man, girl.
No, I think what it is, she does what majority of women do, and this is another podcast, but if you could keep that in secret, and every good girl loves a bad boy.
Not somebody else's man.
Never
Having a bad boy
anybody
is
else's
not the
man.
same as being with somebody else's man. And nobody wants to be
And
a
she did
secret.
it for years, too.
Nobody wants to be a secret.
Nobody wants to be a
That's not
secret.
cool to be a secret.
But also, too, I think about this is chess. In her mind, she might have been.
Yes.
It's a business, right?
Correct.
There are a million women that are beautiful, that know how to sing, that could probably get a record deal today.
Right.
But there's only a few that get it. Why? One, because of luck, and two, because
They're sleeping with somebody.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
And in this industry, there are exchanges for services. So I
Yeah.
understand how
Yeah.
that could
It's a
have come
currency.
into play.
It's a border system. Barter.
Barter.
you very Louisiana talking about borders. Oh, what?
I do this for
I
you,
love
you do
it.
this for me. I scratch your
love
back,
it.
you scratch
gonna
mine.
scratch mine.
So some more interesting couples that went on in 2022. You had your Antonio Brown and Keisha Cole, how he left her, and you have your Diddy and Young Miami, which is still going on. Which is he's 30 years older than her or something like that.
He's like 60 something. We're gonna talk about Antonio Brown and Keisha Cole because that's gonna take less time.
All right.
The fact that he really was just like, I don't know her. I don't know that lady.
That's cold.
That's devastating.
That's cold.
So I'm glad that you said that because I didn't think it was real.
It was quick. It was real quick.
He
If you
denied
blink, you
it, and she
missed
was
it.
like, "I love," and I was like, "Keisha would never be with him."
Nah,
It didn't make sense to me.
She was with him. Yeah.
She was very
Yeah,
much with him,
I
and he
did
embarrassed the ladies. So I'm sorry for Keisha Cole. That's tough. That's a
He
cold world.
totally embarrassed her.
Yeah, bad, like super
Real bad.
but
Real bad.
Young Miami and they had a baby, right?
No, you better
Diddy
stop
had a baby. Young Miami did not have this baby.
Oh,
not.
See, I thought it was Young Miami's baby.
Did
No,
not.
that's another. The way that Diddy is gallivanting on the internet with any old Instagram model is crazy to me. Like it's flavor of the week with this guy. Sit down, you are old.
You know what? I love it because I'm dating. And that's what happens when you're dating. Like if you're dating a guy, he's not committed to you yet. He's dating you. And normally if you're dating a guy, the guy might tell you like, I'm dating other people. That's the kind of conversation you hope that you have.
Yeah.
That the guy will let you know that he's seeing other people. Apparently when he started to date Young Miami, this girl here was already pregnant. So apparently Young Miami already knew about it. Diddy is like, whoever's with me, I'm gonna make sure they're good.
She's
She's got Carisha, please. Like,
Yes.
let's be clear.
Yeah.
She did advance herself
She did.
with. So, and she's aware of these things, and she is not ready for a committed relationship, nor is he. So this is to both of their advantage.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
not something that I would sign up for, but I understand it.
I would never sign up for this, and I would also. It seems like a sneaky link situation. Like,
Yeah.
why are you putting this on the internet? Like, if you gonna mess with Diddy,
I
and
think
he's
he
gonna
love her.
fund your-
I think they love each other.
I don't think he has. I don't think he has
Well,
the
she's an
capability
Aquarius,
to love after
so,
Kim Porter. I don't think he has the capability to. But
Really?
I don't think so.
It's well after Kim. You're right.
After Kim.
Yeah, that's
I
No,
don't
true.
think
not
he has the
after
capability.
Kim.
Yeah, Kim, the one who.
Puffy is fluid. It's not gonna be after anyone. Puffy's gonna want his cake and to eat it too.
Potentially, but I feel like there's always that one person, and he
Right.
knows that he did Kim Porter wrong. He knows he did.
He knows he did Cassie wrong.
He did
wrote a
lot of
whole
people
song.
wrong. Yeah, you're right. But Cassie good. Kim, unfortunately, God rest her soul, is no longer with us. So I feel like he can maybe almost in his mind write off Cassie and be like, all right, she ended up okay. But Kim, nah.
Right.
But because he
Right.
has met all these other females and he's not in a rush to wife any of
I
them,
don't think he's ever gonna get married.
he's not going to.
No, never. in
Speaking-
his
He's gonna
life.
pick someone who agrees with his lifestyle.
Speaking
Totally.
of something like that's so weird right now, it's two things that happened last year that was weird to me, and it caught me off guard. One, T.I. became a comedian, which is the weirdest thing
No.
I've seen in my life, and the second thing was August Alsina
Ooh.
telling the guy that he was
yeah.
he loved him live.
Yeah, can we talk about that?
Let's talk
I
about
didn't
it.
understand that.
Yeah, August Alsina is a lot. Like he just, I almost stopped tracking him because it was a lot to deal with, and I didn't want to deal with it anymore. After the whole Jada Pinkett Smith thing, right, with him,
Yes.
it was just a lot. And I mean, good for you. More power to you. If you want to be fluid, then do that. I don't know. I have no comments
Yeah.
about this.
I definitely saw that and was saying, so is he saying this is the person that he
loves.
Is this the person who taught him how to love? Is this his new lover? The guy is
Yeah.
really handsome.
Really handsome.
But so is August Alsina.
That's what I'm saying. It's a beautiful connection. Go ahead. I don't know.
So it's a couple.
It looked like a
I
couple
think
to
so.
me.
Couple watch for 2023.
Maybe.
Love is love, but I just want to know.
I
So
do.
I know that there is non-binary. I know that there are all these
Gender
different
fluid,
terms.
uh-huh.
Yes, but at
Gay.
the end of the day, doesn't it come down to just bisexual?
Yeah, it's gay.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Okay.
homosexual.
No, it's not because he loves women too.
Yeah,
So it's
homosexual is
bisexual.
just one.
It's just one.
Bisexual is
Two.
both.
Oh, so
Yes.
homosexual is not the whole.
No, it's just
you don't deal
attracted
with
to the
women.
like.
Yeah.
What is asexual?
You're
None.
not attracted to nothing. Nothing turns you on.
Do you know what sapiosexual is?
Yeah, you're attracted to intelligence.
Yes, that's me.
Intelligence. Well, intelligence with a big beard and nice teeth and tall.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Handsome.
Come
So
on,
not-
that is the definition of
So
a
not
sapiosexual.
right.
Beard, nice teeth, it's tall.
Yes, tall, dark, and handsome.
So shout out to all the men that got long beards and tall, dark skin with good looking teeth.
Good teeth.
They got
and
two
smart.
two single women on the cast on the board right now. So hey, so anyway, so we hate to end the show off with this, but unfortunately, they did have a couple of deaths that happened in our community that was kind of was kind of crazy. Some of them was unexpected. A lot of them really was unexpected. But it's something that sticks out of my head. The first one is the Uvalde shooting. Right, the incident that happened here in Uvalde, Texas, with the kids getting shot by a man that came into the school and
Yep.
just started shooting. You had that situation. You had DJ K. Slay. Of course, he died. He had health issues. Black men, take care of yourself. Also, let's talk about the takeoff situation that happened here in Houston. So that's an unfortunate situation. Him and P&B Rock going to see his baby mama. Well, she was at the restaurant or something like that, and the
Was
guy.
it the Waffle House one?
Yeah.
Is that-
Yeah.
Yeah, that situation. So what you
Roscoe's.
guys think about some of those situations?
I just think that people are very frivolous with life these days.
Yeah.
Like, how you gonna just accidentally shoot somebody in Takeoff situation? Like, nobody was Takeoff didn't bother nobody. Like, he was just a very chill, even keel dude, and it was a stray bullet that got him.
Right.
Like, how do you just like start shooting? Like, you have to have no regard for human life, and that's just so sad to me that this man lost his life on a technicality.
Right.
Like, I feel so horrible for his family and everybody that's dealing with this.
When you said the bullets and the stray bullets, that probably was the situation for me when I saw the recent reviews and conversations that came to light in regards to Tory Lanez and Megan. The situation, thank goodness, we still have Megan with us, but anytime you pull out a gun, whether you're just trying to shoot bullets in the air or scare people, stray bullets hit.
Yes.
So if that bullet and the fragments hit her in her leg, thank goodness it was just her leg. It wasn't her life. And thank goodness there was no one else around who could have got the 4 other bullets that
Right.
went off.
Yeah.
That is
yeah,
true.
Yeah, it's absolutely true.
That is true. So, guys, look, I'm going to end the show here, but before we get out of here, you guys have some big things coming for this year for your podcast. So I want you to tell the people exactly what you got going on with your podcast and what some things for the people to expect during the podcast. So tell the people.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, please go ahead.
I started first, so I was like, you can start first. I'm trying to be nice.
Well, this is the last season of In Their Closet podcast as we have known it. I feel like Angela Yee saying that.
Right.
It's the last season of the podcast. But
And that was news in
hopefully,
itself, too.
Right, that was news in
was.
itself. I
Yeah.
love Angela
I
Yee.
know.
But hopefully we'll be moving on to a different platform and I'll be able to express that and share that in the ways that we'll be doing it. But I am now in real estate. I am signed with Keller Williams
Hey.
Premier, the #1 agency in Houston, Texas, and virtually the state of Texas. So I'm ready to start assisting with home buyers and renters and sellers and developers.
Wonderful.
So that is my 2023 resolution, is to take over property in Houston,
There it
Texas.
is.
Yes,
There it is.
I love
I
that.
like it.
Starting the Hey Friends podcast. Our first episode actually dropped today, so you can go to heyfriendspod.com on all your streaming platforms. I'm just excited to start this new journey of podcasting. I think
Yes.
it's going to be interesting and enlightening. What you can expect from the podcast is just talking about how to better yourself.
Correct.
And not from like a holier than thou perspective, but we're all learning together and
Yes.
we're all kind of figuring it out. There's going to be guests on. Y'all are probably going to make it on there. We don't talk.
Hey.
Like, just, it's going to be a vibe, and I'm really excited to start that. I mean, I've got a lot of other things going on, but really this is kind of my focus for the next, I would say, quarter
Gotcha.
with the Hey Friends podcast. So tune in. You're going to love it.
Congratulations, Hey Friends podcast.
Yeah, I got to get your hand clap for
The
that.
culture.
Congratulations. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So I put my music on. Y'all know what it is. So,
Hey.
as the culturally distinct is leaving season 4, we're going into season 5. We're going to have a lot of interaction with different individuals in the city. So you're going to see us in this setup. At the same time, you might see us in a different setup, some mansions. I might be like in different locations, like Anguilla, like Barbados. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to take this thing out.
Barbados for my wedding.
There it is.
Right.
We gotta take it like Shani and what's my man name? Keon Henderson, right?
Yes, yes.
Look, so guys, but the ones who came on this journey with us, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. The ones who don't know, hopefully you come on the journey with us for this year, and to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love, support. I love you guys. One more time, tell the people where can they find you guys.
I am Elle Moore with In Their Closet podcast. You can find me wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
And I am Good Journey with Hey Friends podcast, and you can find me on socials and wherever you find your favorite podcast as well.
That's it. That's it. And y'all know me, DJ KO, culturally distinct. Look, my new motto for this year is I love you and you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
I love you guys. Peace out.
Peace. Okay, you know what?
I like that.